I just want to take a picture. I want to take a picture. Mine isn't.
Okay, guys, welcome to Secret Sinners. Just before we start, guests, can everybody turn their phones on silent? And when speaking, can you speak directly into the mic so we can get the best sound possible for the podcast, please?
Sinners Podcast, the world's most dangerous podcast. He's looking at me like, oh shit, what's this?
Yeah, what got myself into? Where's the door?
I'm Sinner Speed.
I'm seeing a Lecco.
What's going on, Lecco?
What's going on, man? I seen your brethren in the cubicles, man.
Oh my God, you started it like that.
So that sounded semi-lava, but then I got what you meant.
Oh my God,
I
off
seen
the top.
Yeah, I seen
You
your
lot won't even know what we're talking about, will
You
you?
don't even know what's going on.
Well,
So-
pretend we do if you want, though.
Okay then, so there's a bit of footage gone viral of a man in the toilet with a woman and he's getting busy.
None of you ain't seen that?
No.
Going around right now
Yeah.
on
Like,
TikTok.
Is it you?
it's going around like...
Yeah.
No, it's his mate.
I think it's happening in London, but there's a guy and the girl's on the toilet and he's getting busy. His chin's basically on the toilet seat.
Yeah, he's eating he's eating a belly full,
Yeah.
basically.
All we're saying is, ladies, be careful when you're out there and man them. You could be being filmed. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
just know what you do.
Just know what you're doing. Like,
Tell him, don't eat no disco pum.
oh wow, mad. Anyways, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Big up Jack Life, JL Brands, jlbrands.co.uk for all your liquor needs. Rico 69, F28, Jack Life vodka, all of that. Promo code Sinners10, jlbrands.co.uk.
Fucking out silent in here today, you know?
Yeah, it's silent, man. No, should we get a clap from the audience?
Yeah, go on.
Go on. Look at Buzz. he's involved. And Elliot's too cool for school. Hey, where's the Manscape?
Yeah.
What's everything doing over there?
We're there. We're waiting for we need the 5.0, bro. We're not even doing the 4.0.
The weed whacker.
Yeah, waiting for the 5.0. Manscape, you're on hold for a bit, man. You're on hold, forget that.
I got it for Christmas, innit, Manscaped?
Did you? Did
Yeah,
you put in
man.
the Sinners promo code, though?
Not even.
What promo code did you use?
I didn't get one. I got it for Christmas. That was a present. I was
Swear
like,
down.
I was like, what are you trying to say, you know?
So wait there. Whoever got it you for Christmas could have used the Sinners promo code.
Got a discount.
You got to promote it more, man. You got to use an influencer agency.
Oh, see
Like, this is how you know we don't watch the show. We promote this every single show.
Yeah, but not this one, son. Where's King's Keeper? Big up King's Keeper anyway. Kingskeeper.co.uk for all your beard grooming needs. It's usually on the table. It's not there at the moment. Basically,
Like
it's
used it earlier, I think. That's what it is. That's why his beard's looking like
yeah, that's why his beard's looking all shiny. It's a nice brush, shampoo, oil, and them things makes your beard shiny. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Looking
See,
at me
you
like,
could-
yo, his beard don't look shiny.
and she's looking at him like,
Yo.
yeah. Oh. All right then. The Venom Power's not on the table either.
Someone teethed that last week.
Someone's robbed the Venom Power.
Yeah. I
Mad.
saved it though. Yeah.
Oh, you saved it.
Saved it.
Throw it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a bad throw still.
Supposed to be a basketballer.
I was. All NBA
Venompower.co.uk for your pre-workout needs. That's the non-stim one. You train?
You know what? Sometimes. And then I'll go home and eat, so it doesn't work.
All right, don't worry. That's what I'm saying.
But I'll
You
take that
cancel
with
it out.
though,
You
just in
cancel it
case.
out, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's a bit like myself, to be fair.
You just eat the pussy or food.
So we warned you, didn't we? We told you.
I know, man. He looks dangerous to look hiding as well.
Like, look, I'm not high. He's just standing in my way. Stay there, bro. It's okay.
Where you say?
Look, he's nervous, knocking stuff over.
All right then. Let's move on.
think we'll start with Mr. Man in the middle. What's your name? Where you from? What do you do, brother?
So my name's Sin. I know that's kind of relevant to what we're...
Your name's Sin?
Sin.
Yeah, man. Sinan is Turkish, you know. So
Okay.
we cut it down a little bit.
Yeah, Sin.
I'm the talent director of Sintillate Talent. So we're an influencer agency from London, but we're global. So we're in 19 countries, but UK is our biggest base. So I'm here to represent, you know, see you boys. I've seen a lot of good things going on. Thought I'll trek up to North, where it's blitz. And I can't wait to come back down to South and see what's going on down there.
So it's
But
not
yeah,
cold down
Yeah.
there.
It's not like this.
It's cold indoors and outdoors up here.
Trust me. I can see her shivering. I'm like, man,
Yeah, we
where's
can't
those coats?
afford central heating up here easily.
Oh, really? That's the reason?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. 'Cause I was literally saying that. I was literally wondering, where is the central heating in this entire place? You guys have been here for like a year and a half, isn't it?
Yeah. Now you know what it is though. When it comes to the summertime, everyone's complaining about the heat.
Yeah.
So it's just like constant problems. We need both. You get what I'm saying? But what you say, Sintillate. So is that your agency?
Yeah.
You the founder.
I'm the founder. I've got a business partner, but we started around like December 2019. So 4 years now. And we just got bigger and bigger. It was the kind of crux of the pandemic just before it. And since that point, it just took off. Obviously, a lot of people were at home, furloughed, whatnot. TikTok was established and a lot of big businesses and brands went online. So it really picked up from there. We started to develop a community. And we work with major brands from all around the world. And the biggest aspect we've got is doing things like this, but as a team. So
Okay.
there's 300 talent, bringing them to experiences like this together, showcase that they're not really on their own doing kind of an isolated job that is influencer marketing. And that people that look like you, act like you, they also feel kind of, I don't know, alone sometimes.
Yeah.
So if you combine them with like-minded people, you get a better result. People feel a lot more happier and do better in their jobs.
Okay, then. So let's just get this straight then, because you calling yourself an influencer agency, you run the Sinners podcast. A lot of people do confuse influencing and all those things with certain types of activities and all them things. Yeah, let's just make it known exactly what you lot do. You know, like
So we don't do adult, if that's
Yeah.
your question in a sense. So we're very much like the commercial side of influencer marketing. There are talent. Let's be real. People do. It's a growing business, so people are obviously stemming into different areas. So people might do a lot of glamour modeling, move into the kind of OnlyFans levels. But for us, it's not our market. Our market is purely working with the fashion brands, the beauty brands of the world, even brands like this. We've worked with a couple of those names
Have you?
for events. Yeah, the vodka.
okay.
So when we do a lot of the events-based stuff, our talent uses their voice to really promote the products and stick to the kind of commercial side of things. So
Is
not
that for
necessarily-
now, though? Or is that like you're just sticking to that?
Yeah, you got to think like for us, a lot of our brands are in China, should we say? So I don't know if you know China very well, but they're quite conservative as a country. So realistically, if we start dipping our toes into other areas, we lose our clients. So we have to keep, and not even just that. If you start dipping into different areas, you lose your niche, you lose your focus. It blurs too many lines. So we know what we're good at. Our talent can do that kind of area. It's not like there's no kind of like if you're with us, you can't do that kind of area of work. But for us, if you're with us, obviously that's our focus. So there's no real plans in the future to go into that kind of type of the industry. And we don't really need to, you know. It's a fast fashion, influencer marketing is getting bigger and bigger. It's predicted to be 26 billion by the end of 2025. So we see how that avenue goes first.
So how do you find the talent?
How do I find them?
Yeah.
What, in terms of how are they or where do I look for them?
So you've got the agency. How does the talent come to you, or do you go out looking for talent?
You know, when we first started, it was obviously about going out, doing a lot of outreach, reaching out on Instagrams. But now, because we're getting bigger, a lot more well-known, we're getting our face out there a lot more for events, coming to podcasts like this. We're quite lucky now. We get over 100 applications a week. And we have to obviously balance supply and demand with the market. So we can't take on everyone who applies. So for every 100 person that applies, we take on maybe 3, 4.
Bougie.
Yeah, so it's nice. It's refreshing. You know, you don't have to do much outreach, and you just kind of now measured based on quality,
Yeah.
which is a big thing in our market.
What's quality like?
Someone who does the job and is accountable.
Someone who's fire.
Not necessarily.
You don't go off appearance, no?
Not even. Like, what,
You ain't got no dead things on the roster.
Not even. It's not.
So not even. So there you go.
It's not even. What's an influencer? In your. Let me ask you, Sabrina. What's an influencer?
Somebody that has an influence on people. So it depends on your lifestyle and what you're doing. So you influence, like, obviously I'm in makeup and beauty and stuff like that. So I'd have an influence on people that are interested in that, like you'd trust my opinion or my recommendation. So it's in the name. An influencer is somebody who influences. Yeah.
What's your opinion? What's an influencer?
Do you think it's just fit girls?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not the only one. Most people have that conception, I feel like.
Yeah, yes, I'm saying
Yeah.
if I'm going off like surface level, obviously there's different ways of influencing it. There's loads of different talents, loads of different people have eyes on them, innit? But first and foremost, I think it's someone who's on the gram modeling and just done it. That's how I would perceive it.
Yeah.
But like obviously, if you go in deeper with the business, it's about someone that can keep engagement in it and draw a
anyone
crowd.
who has an impact on their audience.
Yeah.
So it don't even matter what you look. It don't matter if you could be an 18-year-old girl who does glamour modeling, or you could be a 50-year-old man who knows cars. If you know your niche and you've got an audience based on your recommendation, they trust you. You've got a community. That's an influencer. Anyone's an influencer.
Yeah.
But we get this a lot, because I'll get people applying, sending emails, going, "Oh, you know what? I want to apply for your agency, but this is my weight. This is my height. Can I apply?"
Yeah.
I've been I don't know, dismissed or rejected from other modeling agencies, and when they ask me that kind of question, I'm like, that's not what we are. But I can understand, based on conventional ways that we used to work, it was about appearances. But now the world's shifted so dramatically and it's completely gone a different direction, where it's now it doesn't matter what you look like, it's about the message that you're sending to the people that actually believe in you and trust in your opinion and can buy products based on your opinion. But truth be told, even now, influencers are not using their voice nowhere near enough compared to what they should be. And that's what is my job, to kind of shift the direction of Sintillate Talent, to start to make the user voice, to change it.
So
For
does
the
that mean
important
anyone
stuff.
can
Yeah.
just apply? Anyone can apply to your
Agency.
agency.
Yeah. Obviously, we have to make sure it fits the kind of market that we've got, so they benefit from it. So predominantly, we work with like female fashion brands. Yeah. So obviously, if they're going to come on and they're a male, as they're going to be on our books, and it's like we won't have that many opportunities for them, so they're going to leave anyway. So mainly,
would still
our
accept
market is
them, though.
female.
You would still accept them though.
Yeah, as long as we have got males on our books, but not as many. So let's say 95% of our agency is females, predominantly because our brands are female fashion focused.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we'll move on. I think we'll move to you because you told us a little bit about yourself. You do makeup, yeah?
Yeah. So I'm Sabrina. I'm from a place near Cambridge, so I just say Cambridge. And I do makeup, so that's my main gig, and then influencing on the side of that, which is why I'm with Sintillate Talent. So I bring like the both worlds together. We have the lifestyle and then the makeup as well.
So how long have you been doing makeup?
Coming up 8 years now, so I've been doing it a while. Yeah.
Is that like a full on business, or is it like from home, or have you got your own place?
I travel. I go everywhere. So like international, I travel
Okay.
with it. Yeah. I mean, it was at home, and then in a salon, and then I've just got to the place where I'm wanted, I go, kind of thing.
Okay, then so with the business and the influencing, how did you split the two?
I think it goes hand in hand. Like the kind of clientele that I have, they are influencers, they're models, and that such thing. So you get invited into that kind of world. So like I get the lifestyle that goes with the makeup. So I might do somebody's makeup, but I'll go to like dinner or like an after party or something with them, or like I've been at Paris Fashion Week and places like that. So all the people there, they're like influencers, or they have like some sort of interest. So just me documenting what I do is like of interest to people. So it kind of goes hand in hand.
Okay.
But you did say to me like recently, like you obviously, it's not just a makeup artist. You're a celebrity. You're very well known within your industry.
Yeah.
So, but you want to kind of shift your path now, not to kind of away from that, but you want to kind of not be the person behind
the
scenes
thing.
now.
Yeah, I mean,
You want to be your own brand.
Yeah, which I am, and that's what I am. And like I said, I want to shift on to
I
that.
can see the little LV scarf for doing your little thing then, basically.
Thank you very much. You guys.
Is it real?
But yeah, it's like I said.
That's what I said, is it real?
Yes, thank you very much.
How much did it cost? How much did it cost?
Just under £500 from Selfridges in London.
For a scarf that doesn't keep you warm?
It's not for warm.
It's pretty.
Yeah.
Fashion is
show.
fashion.
I have a coat for that.
I bought one of them scarves the other day for
Yeah.
one day and I haven't seen it again. My girlfriend's got it now.
Yeah, I mean, I would do the same.
You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Carry on, sorry. What was you saying before?
Yeah, I was just saying.
We apologise to the barman.
No, it's fine. Like I said, when I'm doing like the makeup and stuff, I get invited to all these kind
Yeah.
of things, and then I'm my own personality, and I fit into this kind of like stuff yourself, and yeah, so I just have fun with it.
So have you done makeup for celebrities?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which ones?
Oh, I don't want to name drop.
Yeah,
Come
you may as well.
on.
We're asking you, ain't name dropping.
pick
We're
'em up.
asking you.
We'll pick them up after.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 weekends ago I did the couple of Love Island, which was Will the Farmer and Jessie. So I did them recently, and then I've done some people from models from like Hollywood and some actresses that are local from Rise of the Foot Soldier. I've done a couple of ladies from that and
Okay.
stuff like yeah. So, yeah.
Well done, well done.
Thank you very much.
Little horns. All right then.
I think I'll move to you, lovely lady, in front of me. What's your
I
name?
put any sexy voice, you know.
No, you know I do that sometimes.
Right,
Yo,
big
they
up
did,
Leco.
they did used to call me Sexy Lex back in the day. Don't worry.
Really? What was that then? Why
Oh,
did they call
back
you
in the
that then?
day.
Why? Why did they call you that?
Nah, don't disrespect me like that.
Hey, she's tried it, man.
Now, what's your name? Where you from?
Yeah, I'm Kim. I go to university here in Birmingham.
Yeah.
But University of Birmingham isn't just rough. I'm a master's student, but yeah. But I was born and bred in Essex.
Shut up.
Oh, was you?
Yeah.
Shut up.
Shut up.
No, everyone always tells me I sound like Gemma Collins all the time. I can literally never escape it. So
Who's Gemma Collins then?
Only way is
Is that the big
girl.
one?
yeah,
testing you there.
iconic, absolutely
Just testing you,
iconic.
making sure you knew who she was.
I can't escape her. So,
Yeah.
but so I've been with Sintillate Talent for about a year now.
What do you do at uni, sorry?
So at uni, I study international political economy.
What?
International political economy.
Who?
Clitoris. She said clitoris. That's what I heard.
Is that what you said?
No, not quite. International political economy. It's literally just politics and economics combined.
Wow.
Just basically.
So you're definitely ready. Oh my God, watch out for this one, Licks.
Oh yeah, like I have an internship with NATO next year in February, so I'm going to Washington. So
Yeah.
Oh, well done.
You
Man.
want to meet President Obama?
oh yeah, I probably have got a lot of words for him. I'd love to have a conversation with him if I could. But
What would you say?
Definitely not something I can say on this podcast.
You're on the sinners. You know?
Yeah, she's trained heavy. We're gonna catch her out at some stage.
Oh
Don't
yeah,
worry.
we'll see. Oh yeah, we'll see. But yeah, in terms of being a master's student, aside from that, I'm a lettings negotiator. I'm in property management and kind of property investment because of my dad's business. But with Sintillate Talent, I've been able to really, I feel like, branch out and really develop my skills on content creation and meet really fantastic people, go to really fantastic events as well, as we're literally here. So
Slow
yeah.
down.
Hey, look at Sin just smiling, you know.
Thank you. I'll pay you later.
Smiling, you know.
Oh, you got the world media trained one here. Hey.
Yo, it's like, you go, girl.
You carry on. Don't let them stop you.
But I feel like it's really important because, like Sin said earlier, really, what's really important about an influencer is someone that's able to give a positive impact towards the world. And I feel like, well, with me, I've been on YouTube, for example, for a very long time. I've accumulated a lot of subscribers. But ever since I had my content deleted because my YouTube was deleted because of
porn.
I would have not that crazy. I would
Come on, be honest,
Outspoken.
it was porn.
outspoken,
Yeah.
very controversial topics and stuff like that. But obviously, since I've been able to rebuild on TikTok and really just foster a new community, have a couple million views on some videos and stuff like that, I feel like I've been able to really understand the meaning of being an influencer and really the impact and how important. It's really a responsibility that is really important that every influencer has. And I feel like Sintillate Talent has really been able to have me develop that and really understand that sense of community.
Okay.
Yeah.
She wowed everybody, you know, just
Yeah.
silent.
Yeah.
There's no follow-up question.
Yeah.
But don't worry, we got some for you.
So
I'm waiting for him.
no, but wait there. I want to. When you say Scintillate's been able to do that for you,
Big up Bruce.
we got Bruce. Bruce, you didn't warn us about this. Sorry, I'm joking. What I'm saying is, when you say Sintillate being able to do that for you, how have they been able to show you them kind of things? Like, what's the processes?
Well, instantly, first of all, a sense of community, because as a
Okay.
content creator, sometimes you can have all these views or all these subscribers, followers, whatever, but you don't actually have a sense of community. And I think, like, for example, if we have a podcast here, so maybe you already have that sense of community. I feel like I was very much lacking that.
Yeah.
And obviously, when you're put with a lot of people, with like-minded people, a lot of people that also want to see you succeed and push you further, it makes you also feel that same way about yourself, and it just makes you want to just do better and be better as well. So absolutely, yeah, it's been a really good ride.
I want to see you succeed.
Sorry?
We apologise to the barman.
Nowhere.
What did he say?
I have no idea. I think it's for the best.
Yeah. Next.
All right, then last but not least, what's your name? Where are you from?
I'm Becca. I'm from Essex as well. And I'm the project and events manager. for
Shut up.
Sintillate Talent. Shut up.
She sounds like she's from Essex.
Yeah, I do. I can't even deny it.
You're the project and events manager for.
Yeah, for Sintillate
Okay.
Talent.
Then what does that include?
So I help run some of the campaigns and I help organise some of the big events that we do all over the country.
So can we steal her from you then?
We need
Right, we might need you. Hi, sis. Take a number. That was
Nice
joking.
try.
How big's your team, man? It's
Isn't
a
it?
big team.
In terms of talent, we've got 300 around the world, from
Wow.
19 countries. Management size, there's 7 of us, but everyone's got their own kind of particular role. So no one's going to step on no one's toes. Is it? Like if Becca says to me, I'm going to do an event, I'm going to run an awareness campaign, like we'll support her idea in our project.
Yeah.
But the events they're quite mad because they change from one thing to another quite rapidly. So my man Bruce over there, I met him through Miss Swimsuit UK. So I'm a judge on
And
that
what was Bruce
competition.
doing there?
On a catwalk ahead.
He was on a catwalk, yeah. He was on a catwalk.
Who was he on the catwalk with?
Nah, he was
Speedo.
He was supporting well. He was
Yeah.
networking. He was doing his thing.
Yeah, he's networking, wasn't he? We know our Bruce. We know he likes to network.
And Becca's role will be to kind of make sure people understand why they're there and for what reason they're there. They're not there to kind of inflate themselves and their own egos. They're there to be part of a team community and make sure that other people don't feel like I'm on my own at this event. You know, you're part of something, you're part of the values, and to kind of push that message out.
Yeah,
so
I'm
Becca-
very much the mum as well, aren't I?
Yeah.
Like, I look
definitely.
after everyone. I make sure everyone gets home
So
safely.
what was you doing before this, Becca?
So I have a 9-to-5 job as well in an office.
Okay.
And I have another job as well, so I have 3 jobs.
So you're working hard around the clock, yeah?
Yeah, grafter.
Love it.
Is there any of them jobs in events and planning? Anything to do?
No, just this one.
Oh,
My
no.
office job is in marketing, and then I also work at a
Marketing.
pub because why not? Free alcohol.
Okay, so you got a complete team basically.
Yeah, we got a team of we got managers of like campaigns. We've got recruitment managers.
How did you accumulate this team? Is it?
My background is recruitment, so
Yeah.
it took me, and my degree's in psychology, so I know people. When someone said that I've got a degree in psychology, it doesn't mean you know people's brains, but you know how to kind of
Bruce thinks he does.
what to pick out. What to pick out in terms of people's traits, their characteristics, what makes them flourish, and then you kind of make sure that you're pushing your direction into their skill sets and make sure they're in the right role for it. If they're not happy in that kind of role, you can just see them dwindle off anyway. So it's taken us 4 years. We're not even there yet. We're halfway there, if that. But it takes a long time to know people and make sure that they're the right people for the job. Same thing with influencers. You know, when we first started this, I had about 700 influencers. Eventually, they're doing the data 300 because the 400 influencers we had before. Let's be transparent. They weren't to
Weren't
standard.
standard.
Yeah.
What
So
else?
we're trying to build the best influence agency in the world. We're worldwide. Brands are coming to us because they go, it's hard, you know, it's hard to find good people. You can find loads of influencers. If you go on your Instagram right now, everyone's an influencer these days. Yeah. But in terms of people who are accountable, who say they're going to actually deliver what they say they're going to deliver, and don't get me wrong, we know people's lives are hard and there's a lot going on, and we're here to support that aspect. But at the end of the day, we need to hold people accountable if they say they're going to do a job. And that's what brands work with agencies like us for, to make sure that people are, their heart's in the right place, they're upskilled, and they deliver. So we're getting there, you know.
Okay. You lot speak very well. Well, the next question is, what's your biggest sin?
Where are we starting?
Starting with you.
With me?
Me? Okay. Well, I was saying this earlier. I'm the goodest girl ever. I'm such an angel. I don't really have a sin. I've been pulled over for speeding once in my life. That is it. I don't break rules.
But you got pulled over for speeding.
Yeah, one time.
One time.
Just one time.
Just one time. Then I cried and got away with it.
I almost killed someone one time. Just once.
At least it was almost.
No, I'm joking.
Exactly. At least it was almost. So no one actually got hurt.
The almost is important.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
So what? That's your biggest sin?
Yeah.
Being pulled over?
Yeah, I'm so boring. The other girls are more fun. Ask them.
Well, I want to know why you were speeding first.
It's not even a good reason either. It's just because there was roadworks. I didn't realise the speed limit had changed on that road.
And that's the first time you've sinned. I don't believe that.
Yeah, I don't believe that either.
That's literally it.
You live in Essex.
I am an 85-year-old woman in a 28-year-old's body. I am a home. I don't do anything, do I? Sin's looking at me like, yeah, she's right.
Are you a virgin?
I'm the boring one.
Are you a virgin as well?
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much. You got kids?
No.
Oh, okay.
No
Do I
man.
look like I've got kids?
Well, what does someone look like that's got kids?
I don't know, I'm asking you.
Do you have
Well,
kids?
Well, yeah.
How many you got?
I got 9.
9 different mums.
9 different ones.
Wow. Stereotype or what?
Why that? Why 9 different ones?
I'm joking, bro. Nah, man.
Yo, man came to her rescue, you know.
Yeah.
Yo, don't ask her them questions.
That's what I'm here for, mate.
How many kids you got then?
Me?
Yeah.
300, they're all around the world.
Wow.
Look after all of them, you know.
You've got cats.
They're all called Sintillate.
Oh, man. I'll look after all of them, trust
1,
me.
2, 3,
You say
300.
all your kids, so they all call you daddy, yeah?
Nah,
Jesus Christ.
no words like that, man.
You said they're your
Words
kids.
like that. No.
You put yourself in that one, you know.
Spin that one.
Stepped in it.
Fair play, I did.
Oh, look, don't worry, I'm here to save you.
So biggest thing, speeding.
Yeah.
Speeding.
That's
Did you
exciting,
get
isn't
did you get the points?
No, I cried and got away with it.
Oh,
I panicked,
see.
cried to the man's, and I'm so sorry.
And he looked at her cute face and
Yeah, I was
says,
physically shaking and crying my eyes out, and he was like, "Have you ever been done before?" I said, "No," and he was like, "Okay, you need to just go home and calm down."
"Yeah."
That's what I
Imagine
did.
if we tried
Innit?
that.
If I did that now, bro, I'll probably get an extra 3 points on top of it. That's long, man.
Man, I got caught up. 6 points straight.
Yeah,
Yeah, they lied to me as well. It was like, you know, using your mobile phone when you're driving.
yeah,
Mine was a sat nav though, genuinely. It fell off. You know that hook thing?
yeah.
Fell off, picked it up, man goes, oh yeah, like pulled me over, I've been following you for a mile. I was like, no, you weren't. So I was only going to be 3 points. It's like 6 points straight. I don't give a shit.
I would have
like,
definitely tested that. No way you
Innit?
give,
No
Yeah.
no
way.
way you
There's
give
no-
me them 6 points.
There's no way to test it. It's only just fallen off now, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Looking over
You
your
got
shoulder
6
for the rest of your
points
life.
you got 6 points for having a phone.
In my hand, yeah.
But it wasn't. It was a sat nav, wasn't it? Was it?
No, it's my phone, but I was
it
using it
wasn't.
as a sat nav.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man. They just fucked me over like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, trust me.
All right,
So
then,
if
we're
you had
gonna
fake
go.
eyelashes on like me, you'd have got away with it.
Yeah. I tried to cry as well, but they just laughed.
I would have still tried. I would have still tried.
We're gonna go with your sin.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, my sin. I don't think you'd like my answer, to be honest, because I'm literally a good girl, believe it.
All of you are
Ma-
good girls, then, yeah.
Maybe I don't look it, but I actually am a good girl.
But
for
you had
real.
your YouTube deleted.
Yes, but I don't believe that was because of any sins. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just because if you talk controversially about certain topics, maybe
Yeah.
if you're just trying to educate people,
Yeah.
especially during the time of 2020. I don't know if you guys remember that time period. Like it was a lot on social media. So
Well,
yeah,
like COVID stuff.
not COVID stuff, more like BLM.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And just like all environmental things and stuff like that as well. So it's literally, I don't consider that to be a sin in terms of being bad. I just consider that literally
You just had an opinion.
Literally an opinion.
Yeah.
That, did not necessarily work out well. But yeah, I'm literally a good girl, believe it or not.
Okay.
She's lying as well.
Where's the
Based on
sin?
what? I have no sin. Like, nothing crazy, nothing out of the pocket.
It doesn't have to be.
It doesn't have to be crazy.
If I was to think of any sin, maybe the biggest sins, maybe like when I was in secondary school, and maybe when me and my friends would maybe go pickpocket from the local co-op.
Pickpocket from the local co-op.
Yeah,
I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, maybe that's the craziest thing I've done.
So
But we were like,
You know what it is?
16.
Some people have sinned that they don't even know it's a sin because that's a big sin. What do you mean? You pickpocket?
Is that a big sin? Damn.
So wait there, what do you mean? So you're brushing past people and taking things out of the pocket?
Oh no, not from people. Like as in like.
You said pickpocket.
She's trying to switch it up now.
As in like when you would go to a shop and let's say like you're with your friends and you were like, oh, I want that candy bar, and you just nick
That's
it.
called
it's breezing out.
stealing.
Yeah,
Not
and that's
pickpocketing.
why after I grew up, after the age of 16, I actually realized that was bad.
Did you go and give them back?
Yeah, sure. So I'll tell them I gave them back. Yeah, sure.
All right then.
That's probably the craziest thing I've done. Yeah.
Where are we going?
All right, then, sin. You got the ultimate sins. Your name's Sin, bro.
Sin by name, sin by nature. You know?
That's what I'm
Them
saying.
ones. Nah, to be fair, like when you see TV programs and someone's called big, but they're small. I'm the opposite, innit? No, I mean, do you know what? Like
Lava.
it's an irony name, innit? Now, for me, I'll tell you what, my biggest sin, to be true, is kind of what Kimberly just said. For me, since I started doing this job, I've used my voice less because before I started doing this job, I had massive, strong opinions about big things that's going on in the world. And my job is to encourage people to use their voice more, to use their opinions, their experiences. Since I started doing this job, I feel like I've done it less because the bigger you get, the more you got to shut your mouth about things that actually make a difference. So I feel like for me, I've let myself down. That's a sin for me because that's not how I am, innit? As a person, someone who's educated, intelligent. I'm bigging myself up a little bit. I'm not that intelligent.
So you should.
But for me, I should be using my voice a lot more to talk about shit that really matters in the world and encourage my talent to also speak up without fear. But now, the way we see things, cancel cultures and always if you say the wrong thing against the wrong people, people are scared to use their voices because they might get shut down. You might do a thing on a podcast like this and get shut down for it, because everyone's...
What can get you shut down? You can't get shut down on this podcast.
Wow.
But in the rest of the world.
Well, where's this podcast aired?
On YouTube.
Sorry, bro. What happened to Russell Brand?
Oh, is he actually cancelled now?
Exactly. That's
Yeah, like
pretty
cancel.
Oh, is he?
What was he saying? What was he saying?
Well, like obviously but regardless of like his accusations, but obviously he was also speaking up against pharmaceutical companies. A lot of his things are a lot more controversial, and then his podcast got shut down. Not saying that if he did what he did is obviously wrong, but it's the fact that his voice can be shut down if you say the wrong thing on the people that control these platforms. And that's not exactly what free speech is all about, Regardless of what someone does, that's why Twitter's doing very well. And that's why Threads didn't do very well, because it's a liberal Twitter. And people want to use their voices and platforms on platforms like X to actually express themselves and make a change and make a difference. And not just because it's being dictated by society, I guess. So that's my biggest sin, to not be able to use my voice in the way I really want to use my voice.
Okay. So you're talking less these days.
That's a sin.
I am, but the good thing I'm doing is making sure that my talent
are talking
more because they've got more of a voice than I have. And collectively, if they use their voice, they can make a difference in people's lives. Their followers believed in them, their experiences. People struggle for mental health. They've gone through a lot of them go through mental health. Talk about that stuff, that like when you actually did struggle, what did you do? Who did you speak to? Use your voice and make a difference collectively. Because realistically, if you add up all my influences together, they've got a bigger voice than some of the biggest politicians in the world collectively. Use it. And that's what I want to try and encourage influencers to do, rather than sitting there and then once every
In their brown knickers.
once if I'm not going to answer that one, innit? Once a year putting up mental health matters, once a year, is that going to make a difference? Use your voice, you know. People go through miscarriages every single day. People go through infertility. You going through that. Talk about it after. How did that impact your life? Use your voice collectively to do that. So that's my biggest sin.
And then I would say, then you do talk, but through us, because you put in like our group chats. Like, he does encourage all of us, like about mental health. You have like these positive messages like every Monday, don't you? And it's an open space to discuss like the good and the bad. Yeah. And then you push us to talk about, like you said, like infertility, miscarriages, and things that.
Yeah, we do talk about the good, the bad, the ugly as
well.
Yeah,
yeah. But by us speaking, being the influencers, like we make it open for other people to be like comfortable to come and speak about it. And they do some of the stuff we have put up. Like people are like, "Oh, I'm glad you put that up." Do you know what I mean?
Have you spoke about
the smear test campaign that we did?
Yeah,
we did a massive campaign for smear test awareness to make sure that women actually get them, because so many people put it off. And we had graphic stories and bad stories, good stories, bad experiences, good experiences. But the amount of people who messaged us after saying, "Thanks to you, I've just booked my smear test." Yeah, it's not the thing that you expect people to talk about.
People don't talk about it. People are scared to talk about it or say the wrong thing. That's the issue.
But then I think, sorry. No, I was just saying, but it's exactly that. Even between ourselves, like a lot of us didn't realise like how many things between ourselves had happened. That like because so and so is going to put it up, I'm like, okay, I don't mind sharing that. I don't mind being vulnerable and doing that, because we connect through our vulnerabilities, don't we?
Well, that's the thing. Like people think like I know we were talking about earlier about is your talent all good looking or are they attracted by all models? Well, when people put that kind of perfect image of themselves, that actually doesn't relate to anybody because no one's perfect at all. Yeah. But vulnerability, everyone relates to. Vulnerability is more powerful. So use your vulnerability to make a difference rather than your looks and putting out fake images of yourself. All this artificial intelligence shit that's going out now, people are making images of themselves of what they look like in school, whatever this shit is. That's going to fuck your brain up eventually.
All right, then for you as the founder, manager, whatever, like you've got like 300 members of your team in it. So for you, how did you, because obviously these 3 women are attractive, did you pick these like personally, like I want you 3 to come on the show
No.
or what?
No.
How did you pick these 3 girls?
When we advertise anything, even if it's a thing like this, coming to an event, if it's doing a brand collaboration, we advertise it like a normal recruitment agency does. We'll put it out there. This is what we're doing. Who wants to come? Because if I start selecting people, it's going to come across unauthentic because they're not there for the right reasons. They need to know the voice, what they're doing, the voice they're using, the kind of message they're sending because they believe in it. And if they don't, it's going to flop anyway. Yeah, it's like me saying promote. No, none of your brands. I'm not going to say that.
Yo, man, picture the cup, it's got a gal on there.
No.
It's got a gal on the side, with their knickers drawn down.
All right, you know how you're an advocate for free speech, yeah? Like basically.
I know what he's going to say. I don't see it. He's talking about Palestine.
I'm going to leave that to the end.
You're going to say Palestine? You're going to talk about Palestine? You want to know if you talk about Palestine?
What about Palestine?
I'm not talking about Palestine. I'm talking about general factors that actually make an impact in people's lives. Like the real shit that you people know in their heads. People know what's wrong. People know what's right. We're all human beings.
Yeah, a lot of the shit that's going on over there is wrong.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? A lot of innocent people are caught up in a lot of bullshit.
And a lot of people are scared to talk about it online. For fear of getting cancelled.
Exactly.
Having the wrong opinion.
And in Congo as well.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah. So the good thing is now, compared to what we used to have, is we used to always listen to kind of Western media. Yeah. We used to always listen to the outlets because we didn't have any voice. We didn't have platforms and whatnot. But now we do. Now we've got actual platforms that do allow free speech, and people are talking out a lot louder, so people are hearing different sides of different stories a lot more. So people are more open. The kind of woke aspect of things now. Everyone's got an opinion, but it's about using your voice in the right way. But using your common sense as well, like seeing both sides of each story. Know that people are. If you want to talk about a situation.
So what's the common sense side of something like that then? Like, why are people so scared?
Because people are scared to get backlash. We see there's so many kind of keyboard warriors out there who won't actually show their face but have a voice, and people are scared of that might encourage another person to jump onto the bandwagon, and then you'll be insulted and like a big onslaught of backlash. And people don't want that. People are already struggling on their own, so the last thing they need in their lives is a big onslaught of social media messages from people who ain't got a face. So that's why people are scared to use their voice productively, because society don't allow it. But realistically, if you have enough voice and you know what's right and wrong, and you have your own opinions, everyone's got an opinion, and there's not really ever a right or a wrong side. But what we want to try and encourage is use your experience. Like, don't provoke a reaction just for the sake of having an opinion. Use your actual experiences to educate people based on your experiences. This is what I went through. This is what I think. So allow people to use their mind a lot more openly and make their own minds up rather than listen to the media outlets from the West or whatnot.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay.
Yeah, man. You covered that mad.
But Sabrina, I don't think we forgot about you.
Yeah.
And I saved you till last because I know you've got the biggest thing.
She's definitely got the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Mine are just silly ones. I was just saying earlier, like, I don't know, I have this thing, like, when I have a drink and if I go out, I just tell stupid lies. Like, I just lie just for the sake of it. And
To men.
To everyone. I wanted
Man said to men, you know.
Yeah, that was, of
Lying
course,
to men.
especially. I told somebody I can play tennis and I swim lengths. Obviously, I cannot. I don't do any of that. It's just a lie. Just lies. Yeah, I think I walked into a restaurant, said I was off Big Brother. I've never been on Big Brother. And then, but half the time I black out from this, and then people ring me up the next day, and they're like, I'm just like, don't even tell me. I don't want to know. Like, I don't want to answer for it. I don't know. It's just lies. It's not even anywhere near the truth.
So are your lies for personal gain, basically?
I'm assuming in the moment, yeah. Otherwise, why else would I do it? Like, yeah, obviously I must want something at the
Get
time.
free stuff. Louis Vuitton scarf.
I mean,
Basically.
I mean,
yeah, maybe. No, I'm joking. No,
No, you're not.
no. Another lie.
Yeah, basically.
Had a drink. Joking.
So your biggest sins, you're a liar.
Yes, basically.
Barefaced liar.
Yeah, pretty much.
she's
No,
honest.
only when I have a drink. It's like a party trick to entertain myself or the people around me, and then I cringe about it all the next
She's
day.
lying
for
to
the
us
rest of the week.
tonight, guys.
Yep. Don't trust anything I say.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest one because you
Yeah.
can't lie.
No,
Not
it's
not
terrible.
in this
What's
day.
the
and
brain?
liar, thief, and someone speeding down the road.
We all walk
And
into a
someone else.
bar.
Someone that just don't talk no more.
Yeah.
That's been some of our worst sins, you know. We've had some horrible people on here.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Not horrible, but you know what I mean.
What's
the worst?
What's the worst thing you've
Yeah.
heard of?
What's the worst?
Wait, what's your
Absolute
sin?
worst.
What's your guy's sins?
Actually, yeah.
Watch episode 1.
Yeah.
Oh, so can we not talk about it then?
Yeah, we already talked about it on episode 1. So.
That's a-
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
But the worst one is
Everyone
probably what's the word?
Eat your best
Eat your
friend.
best friend.
Eat your best friend. Yeah.
What?
Sorry?
What?
Eat your best friend. So a girl got cheated on. She slept with the guy's friend, made him come inside her, went back to her boyfriend, made him eat it out.
That is savage.
Eat your best
There's
friend.
no way
Oh, I
that
want to
actually
shake that
happened.
girl's hand.
That is so naughty.
That actually happened.
Serena's
Yeah.
laughing like, fucking I done that as well.
No, it's just an idea. No, joking.
Yeah, man.
Oh, fair play to her.
All right then. So in a world where you lot are doing influencers in a certain way, yeah, a lot of people have taken it to extremes, yeah, where anything for numbers, followers, you know, the word influencers being associated with numbers now. How many numbers you got? How do you navigate through that? Because ultimately you still have to build your numbers, innit? You still got to build your influence. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, you're obviously trying to keep it true to your original meaning.
Yeah.
Maybe that becomes harder with everything else that's going on. You know, there's a girl that's willing to do the most online just to get a bit more numbers. Kind of makes a lot of the things that you're going to say a bit more irrelevant. Obviously, maybe you can build a lot of substance from what you're saying, but how are you still navigating through the field with them kind of things going around? And platforms like Sinners Podcast that are putting on girls that are saying, eat your best friend.
Well, you say it's about numbers, but realistically, it's not. It's not. It is about numbers. of
I'm
course
just
it
saying,
is.
like,
But-
generally people will look at it like that. So obviously you're going to
Of course,
break it down.
Of course, but even like, all right, let's say the kind of the clientele that you just mentioned, yeah, they're still influencers over their own community,
Yeah.
and that's what it is. So you can do OnlyFans and have an influence over your other fellow colleagues who was in the industry, and you might be a respected person who does that line of work. So your kind of message that you send out there has an impact on them. It might make them better as people, better at their jobs, better at their content. So that's what an influencer is. It's about being the best or being a kind of a go-to within your industry, no matter what that industry is. It could be adult, it could be, like I say, cars, it could be fashion. As long as you're a professional within that area, you've got your numbers, of course, because you need a following, but also you have to be able to engage with your audiences too. And that's what people go wrong.
So is that what you like work on, mainly the engagement rather than followers?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Engagement is so important. It's about if I've got 5,000 followers now, right? And then every single comment I don't know, someone goes, oh, that's really nice, top, whatever. You're interacting back with that person. Yeah. That's a community. You're actually engaging with them. The bigger you get, like if you now all of a sudden got 100,000, 200,000, 1 million, my community is massive. My comments are mad. I'm not going to be able to engage with every single person. Therefore, your community really is getting smaller. And that audience is getting more and more and more diverse. So realistically, they might be following you for the wrong reasons. I might go on TV, I might go on Love Island, and then my audience is mad. But people who just like the program rather than like me or trust my opinion as a fashion influencer before I went on that show. So your audience has got so mad that you're not actually losing your influence now. Whereas as a micro-influencer, let's say that, which is why micro-influencer marketing is so big now in comparison, is because they've still kept that community. They're growing their audience in this particular niche, but still engaging with their audiences on a level.
Yeah, the audience feels like they know you. That's what's the important part about it.
Yeah,
If they don't
for
feel
sure,
like they know you, they won't trust what you have to say.
Yeah.
If they feel like they know you and you've engaged with them as well, then they're going to take into account your opinions or products that you recommend and stuff like that, because they're going to think, okay, well, I have some kind of relationship with this person.
Yeah.
Therefore, if they say this is good, it's probably good.
That's
Rather
why you
than-
see. Yeah, that's why you see the all these influencers of like reality shows. They're always advertising clothes or
They advertise different stuff every time. They don't necessarily have loyalty.
I don't think that doesn't always work. I reckon them numbers are
It works
mainly
for
fake.
a lot of people though.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. That's why numbers isn't everything.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
numbers get bigger, but realistically, your audience gets smaller, and your niche gets more sparse. So, as you said, 1 minute you could be advertising a fashion brand, and then another fashion brand who's a complete direct competitor. So where's your opinion? That's not a true opinion. That's a job. So, but a micro influencer is someone who keeps their audience and keeps true to what they believe in and grows that. And that's why, look, celebrities will always be celebrities. Ronaldo will always be Ronaldo. Kim Kardashian will always be Kim Kardashian and have a massive influence over that community. But what brands are doing now is they're using, rather than one voice, 20 voices who are particularly within that niche, and using their kind of actual real communities to promote their products. So micro-influencers can get bigger and bigger and bigger. So it's not actually about having a million followers.
It's about understanding your audience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
So what's the best way to gauge your audience?
I'm gonna let the influencers answer.
Beck.
Yeah.
I feel like just interact. I feel like people
Yeah.
always overcomplicate what it is to be like an influencer or be a micro-influencer or just be active on social media. Just interact with the people that continually engage with your content. And
It's just about being present with them.
exactly.
Yeah.
And
Being
obviously-
constant and present.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah, literally. And consistency. Because a lot of people also tend to fall off from
Being consistent.
being consistent because it's a lot. It is a lot to be constantly posting online or trying to make content that aligns with what your personal brand or what you personally believe in. But I feel like if you just keep consistent and actually just stay true to the people that are interested in your content, you'll be absolutely fine.
I think a lot of it's authenticity as well.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like I know a lot of my followers, at least I don't have a massive following, but a lot of my followers feel like they know who I actually am because I will talk on there and I will talk about things and I'll give honest opinions on stuff.
How many followers do you
Uh, 10k-ish.
That's a lot.
It's
Are
not
they all
loads,
real
though,
as
in the
well,
grand- They're all real. I haven't paid for them.
You sure?
Yeah, that's another
Blue-
thing with the
have you got a
numbers
blue
game.
tick?
No,
Yeah.
no, I don't have
A lot of
blue
people
tick.
do pay for them.
Have you any of you
Yeah.
like paid for followers?
No.
No.
Well, I'm not an influencer. I'm the influence of influencers as well.
It's
So-
against our values to do that.
He's the daddy.
I think
remember?
it goes back to what you
No
were saying
daddy,
about
man.
Lava.
like being authentic.
When we
isn't
daddy
it?
in
Like,
lava.
Yeah.
for me personally, starting my page, it was just me being me and just sharing like
Yeah.
my life. Like I wasn't trying to gain anything. It's just, do you know what I mean? Building like who I am and what I do, and then the people that follow me are like genuinely interested.
Exactly.
So obviously I have the makeup side, don't I? But another thing I do, I'm a big networker. Like I'm always here, I'm always there. Like I'm in London a lot. and-
Meeting new people.
yeah, and I've always done that, and that obviously has coincided with me being in Sintillate with all the events that we
Yeah.
go to. Like I'm just carry on pushing like what I already do, and it's essentially like I recommend like places to go, and that's just grown from people trusting me because that's just generally what I do. Like I haven't
Exactly.
gone out of my way to do it. So that's what keeps the engagement. That's because, you know, I'm just being true to myself and what I'm doing.
How much are the brands paying?
The way we operate is not like normal conventional agency because we don't charge per individual. We charge for like campaign management because that's the hardest part of the job. Yeah. So it's easy to go and find someone and charge. They pay £1,000 or whatever for the person's rate. But the hardest part of the job for a brand is finding good people on scale and volume. So we don't do it for individuals. Once we start doing that and charging per person, that means they're going to really just choose someone based on their rates.
Yeah.
Oh, that person's cheaper or whatever, a bigger following. But if you keep it just scaled, that's you're just paying for a campaign fee. It's equal opportunities, you know. Like we'll choose people who, based on their good content, based on their engagement, purely alone, rather than their
So
money.
brand
They're
will come to
reliable
you.
as well and trustworthy.
They'll come to you for campaigns.
They come to us for managing the campaign.
Campaigns.
Yeah. So and same thing with events. You know, the hardest when you run an event, the scariest thing, even if you're a multi-million pound brand, is people not showing up. So they'll come to us and say like, help us manage an event and get people there who are reliable because they put a lot of money, time, investment into that. And no one shows up, it's not going to look good on anybody.
Especially when they're like brand launches and stuff as well.
Yeah.
That's going to be everyone's first impression of the business, whether it's a restaurant or a retail store, and no one's there. That's going to be a problem.
Real big problem, yeah.
So first impressions are important in that sense. So when it's a launch like that, they need people who are reliable, who will showcase what they're launching and actually turn up.
And I think that's what Sintillate Talent's like praised for, aren't they?
Yeah.
Every event we go to, they love how we show up. We're like
it's
the biggest cheerleaders, aren't we?
Yeah.
It's because like people, what the culture that I've tried to encourage, well, we've tried to encourage all of us, is the fact that you're not coming to an event for yourself. It's not about your ego. You can leave that at home or leave the agency. But I don't want no ego in my agency. You're coming for a team. If you're part of something, you're not even coming because it's called, I don't know, big brands running an event. You're coming because you want to meet other people, part of that team. You feel part of something, and you can't buy that. You know, you've got to experience that, and that's why we're doing so well because people now come for other people who they didn't even know before.
Yeah.
They can go with their friends. I can say, oh, Sabrina, bring your +1, bring your partner.
Yeah.
But your partner's going to come, he's going to stand in the background, he's going to know shit.
And you have to like babysit. And I think
Exactly.
one of the best things, which I said absolutely love, you know, like most of us, we just show up. Like for me, the first few events, I didn't know anybody, but that was like the best thing to do, wasn't it? I got to know
You throw
everyone.
yourself in the deep end.
And then you feel like you're part of a family because we're all like-minded. Like sometimes in this, especially being in the creative industry, you can feel lonely because not everyone has the same mindset as you do. Whereas being
the
here,
people in your real life,
they don't get it.
like,
They don't.
your work colleagues or your friends,
Yeah.
if they're not in that world as well, they don't get
They
it.
don't
You ask them
understand.
to take a photo and they roll their eyes.
Yeah, exactly that. Exactly that.
We go
Whereas-
out on a night out and
Yeah.
the girls look you up and down and give you
Like,
horrible
what are you
looks.
doing?
But when
This
it's our group together,
yeah.
because everyone's in the same boat, everyone supports each other.
Have you guys met each other before?
We all have.
Yeah, we all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If anything goes wrong, you just smash them up.
Yeah, obviously.
I think even, truth be told, because these guys probably didn't even know much about Sydney's podcast, yeah? So we put the opportunity out of them, and they're like, you know what? Regardless of if I don't know, not just Sydney's product, but a brand, let's say that, or an event, I'm going because I'm with people I trust, and
Yeah.
I'm here for the experience with people that I trust, and that takes time to build that level of confidence, no matter where you are. If you go as a collective, if you use your voice as a collective, you're going to do a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we came as individuals you don't know, you just said, right, let's get 4 influencers and an influencer agency here.
And one of them could have been here talking about bossing it open, this and that. The man then would have been.
Like last week.
Yeah, that's,
But there's no alignment as well.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
there's so many things, things going on.
you know, that's mad. You know, like last week was probably as
Like a 180 to today.
today, yeah. Where
Good
it
way.
would have been a bit more.
Maybe it's because these lot are on camp. Maybe they are like them.
No.
Just on camera.
No, but yeah, I hear what you're saying though, because they was obviously running a similar agency, but like I don't know, I don't want to speak bad about them. You know, it's just a bit more.
No, it's
So
not bad,
I think
but
I'd said to
obviously
you,
it's just-
hadn't I, that I.
Yeah, it just wasn't as you know.
No, but it's a different kind of agency, though. Like, obviously, that's like OnlyFans.
All right, so let's just
Yeah.
talk about let's
Type of
not talk about
agency.
the agency itself. Let's talk about the concept of it. So these people, do they know each other, or are they just part of an
I
agency?
think they all met each
They
other.
all met each
through
other.
The agency.
Through the agency.
But like, do they go to events? Do they do any work together? Not that kind of work, but do you know what I mean? Do they know
Do
each
they
other?
socialise with each
Yeah,
other?
do they
Yeah, 'cause-
socialise?
When they do
I think
Online, I
maybe.
think.
Yeah.
When the collab, maybe.
But That's not real, is it? That's not getting to know someone. That's doing a job and going home. Yeah.
See, we all met through the agency.
Yeah.
And I'd even said to you, didn't I, Sinan, about doing a podcast. Like, I've been asked a few times to be on a podcast, and I always say no. Like, the only reason
Because
I've come
it's
to this
scary.
one is because I'm
Together.
with you. Because
Yeah.
we're together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It takes that pressure
Ah, come on,
off.
guys, man.
Yeah.
It's because it's the sinners.
Yeah.
And now, of course.
The name is
Don't
aligned.
do that. Don't do that, guys.
The name is aligned.
And now, of course.
And obviously Bruce
But-
as well.
Yeah, and of course, Bruce, yeah.
Have you seen what we've done to Bruce on the podcast?
Not even. No. He hadn't mentioned that on the phone. What did he say?
Oh, he didn't mention none of it. Oh, he tries to keep it quiet, basically. He's a-
You guys are here for Bruce, yeah?
Look at him, he's scratching today. Look at Bruce, he's scratching. Oh shit, you're dropping me.
Bruce has been in a lot of trouble on this one.
Yeah.
What happened?
He didn't sell it to me like either. He was like, oh, he's like Lorraine on ITV.
He did look like that walking up the stairs.
Yeah, he's caused himself a lot of problems, man. Yeah. Nah, man, but he's built his character. But yeah, man, it's true though, man. Obviously, you work as a team, and obviously, you sending certain messages together. It's best that you work together and understand the same message, innit?
But you
Makes
also,
sense.
we kind of painted a really nice picture of it, yeah. But obviously, there will be people who come onto the agency who don't fit those values, who are kind of everyone's got their own journey, right? And we respect everyone's got their own pathways. So those people don't necessarily join us for the rest of the journey. They don't come to the events. They don't see it, and they don't have as good of an experience. And they might say, "I've been with other agencies, maybe the one you're mentioning now. I like to work on my own." You know, there's no disrespect to them or us. It's just everyone's on their own path. My job is to make sure that people who are with me get it, and they represent you as a podcast. They represent my brands as a podcast because their values are aligned with our values, and we all go in the same direction. Otherwise, no one knows what they're doing. You know.
Yeah, it makes sense, man.
So was your podcast doing really well before it got shut down?
Well, it wasn't really a podcast. It was more literally just
YouTube.
my own
YouTube
YouTube
content.
channel. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
literally just myself, and I would literally set up my microphone and stuff like that, and literally go through
Just
content.
rant.
Yeah, basically rant. Just about the world, and just because, like, I feel like Sin said, I used to have and I still do, to be honest, but I used to have very strong opinions.
How many
about-
subscribers did you have?
I had about 30,000 subscribers,
Oh,
which is
wow.
not that much in the grand scheme of things, I understand. But I was able to accumulate a lot of people, especially Americans.
Yeah.
I would accumulate a lot of different views, and I think it's so annoying how it got taken down, because I feel like any platform where can foster an arena where different opinions, different sides, and people can come together and just have meaningful discussions, important discussions, I think it's just really important. So when it got taken down, it was definitely very frustrating. Obviously, I was able to move to TikTok, but it was definitely very frustrating to just have to come to terms with. But I feel like that's why it's really important to have podcasts and places where people can just come together and discuss important things, even if their views might differ, you know?
Just have grown-up conversations.
Yeah, because they need to happen. They need to
Exactly.
happen.
Yeah.
Makes sense, man. You lot should have your own podcast.
We said this
Should,
earlier.
honestly. Should.
We don't want to take the limelight away from the sinners.
Yeah, you definitely.
You're in a different lane. You're in a different lane. Don't worry.
Listen, we'll set you up, man. Don't worry, man. You can say we'll give you a head start. You get me? But yeah, man, you lot are well spoken, man. You know what you're talking about. Innit?
I think we've been well behaved, haven't we?
Oh, yeah.
Very.
definitely.
No, joking.
Tame.
Yeah, very tame. Obviously, we all know that every sinner has a future and every saint has a past. So, you know. Yeah, man, you like that, don't you?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to work that out. There, Vince.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man, work it out, man.
Work it out.
Yeah, man, you're a bunch of sinners.
Innit? Work it out, then give us your sins all over again.
Innit? On another day, when it's all going desperately wrong, come back and just give us the full shebang.
Yeah, when you feel a bit more comfortable.
When the truth comes out.
Yeah. Well, let's move on to. I forgot to get it off your chest. Have I? You know what it is? I keep forgetting to look in this folder. Okay, then I'm just gonna do one.
Okay.
So basically, it's get it off your chest. People sending anonymous questions or ask for advice on anything. And here's one sent in from someone anonymously. It says, "I'm currently pregnant, and the father is currently in jail for domestic violence against me. I've been asked to go to court and testify against him, and I'm conflicted. I don't want to be the reason to put someone in jail for the longer, but I'm terrified of what he'll do if he's released. What are your thoughts?"
I've got thoughts on that.
Yeah, I mean, what, so what if
That was a lot to unpack.
if they say something that carries on his sentence, or I don't. Sorry, what was the question again?
I'm currently pregnant, and the father is currently in jail and in jail for domestic violence against me. I've been asked to go to court and testify against him, and I'm conflicted. I don't want to be the reason to put someone in jail for longer, but I'm terrified of what he'll do if he's released. What are your thoughts?
Well, for me, I think the answer's there in itself. Like, she's terrified of what she'll do, and it's not like you're not just thinking about you now. There's a child involved, so you know who's to say he'll be rational just because you're pregnant or there's a kid in the picture.
And if he's already in there because of what he's done to you,
Yeah,
you should hold no loyalty to him anymore. That
Yeah.
loyalty's cut.
Yeah.
It sounds like the person or the woman, I'm assuming she's a woman, she's pregnant. So it sounds like she's very empathetic. And I understand that obviously empathy is very important. But she definitely needs to understand that her empathy has to have a line. Because obviously in this type of situation, like you rightly said, you cannot obviously risk anything else if she's already in jail. So I feel like 100% she has to kind of just come to terms and maybe just realize that her empathy has to have a line in that situation.
Yeah, 100%. Her safety's got to come first at the end of the day.
So what about you, Sid? You with the man?
No, not even. But it's. I think they've covered all the points. To be fair, like people, this is the thing. People are just so scared to do everything these days. Man, you know?
I think as well, it's easier said than done when you're in that situation.
Absolutely.
Like to get to a point where like somebody's abusing you, don't like it doesn't just happen overnight. Do you know what I mean? So she's obviously
being manipulated.
So that's still like embedded, isn't it? Like,
absolutely.
and somebody who, like as you said, empathetic, like they're your easiest targets in that sense. To like she's sat there, she's been whatever's happened, he's in jail, and she's still sat there feeling sorry for him. So it just shows the manipulation over her mind.
It's very easy for us who aren't in that situation to sit there and say, absolutely, testify against him, keep him in there longer, keep him away from you. But being in that situation, especially when you're emotionally involved, like emotions play a massive part in our decision making.
And it's the father of a child as well. And I guess
Exactly.
it comes into play having to explain on your dad's in prison longer.
Absolutely. I understand why it'd be a hard choice, but I think there is a very clear choice. I think, in my opinion.
Maybe then we know what the choice should be, but for that actual person, get the support to be able to have the strength to make that choice.
Yeah, absolutely. Make sure that you've got a good support system around you.
I think that's a lot of advice for that person, man. Yeah, man.
You ain't tripping up these up for shit.
I like that.
Next.
We ain't getting no bad shit out of these. God damn. Hot damn. I wanted you to say, throw that nigger in jail. Keep him in there.
Well, I agree.
Yo.
I mean, that's what I was thinking, but...
What was you going to say, Lex?
Barman.
Oh, yeah. Okay, then we'll go on to... It's when you have to all kind of dance. Yeah. Questions from the barman.
Okay, so the first question's for you, Sin. Yeah.
Good luck.
So if you're an advocate for free speech and you're not scared about talking about subjects, how do you feel talking about sex?
Well, what aspect of sex? Sex is a big topic. Just break it down for me.
The dirty side of sex.
Break it down.
The dirty side of sex.
You got to remember, I manage 300 women, yeah? So whatever I say, they're going to hate me. So that's why we don't talk about sex.
That's why we want to talk about it.
Yeah,
We want to see what you've got to say about that subject.
I warned you about the barman.
No, look, people have got their own experiences. Do you know what? Talk about sex. Why not? Talk about everyone.
We
everyone
talk about
has
it in our
sex.
group chats.
Yeah.
It's an open, safe platform for everyone to speak
exactly.
about.
What goes on in there then?
What goes on? Go on, tell us
Constructive conversation.
Exactly. Like as long as
What?
about sex.
Giving out advice?
Yeah, literally.
Well, why
You'd be
not?
surprised.
Everyone has sex. Like it's a common
Yeah.
topic. So why should we not talk about sex? It's a factor that impacts all of our lives. So if your experience is getting enhanced by talking to someone else about it, then talk about it. By all means. Why not?
Yeah. All right, the next question. Cool.
See, barman.
Yeah.
I was ready for you. I'm moving on now. You've had your chance. It's gone.
All right, cool. Second question's for you, Sabrina.
Oh, me.
Do you think that the way you look attracts the wrong attention sometimes? And if so, can you tell me a time when that's happened?
Yeah, I guess so. Like, it'd be like naive to not think that way. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I was in Paris with my little sister, and we ended up getting some guys that come past. We were just ordering like a kebab on the side of the street. They wanted to sit down with us, but we weren't able to conversate because we couldn't speak the same language. And they did, and then it ended up in a state where there was more and more people just crowding us. It was so intense, and you've got to remember, we're not at home. Like, there's nowhere to, like, safe place. So, yeah, for sure, like, you could see they were attracted to us. And like I said, then that led, like, a big group, and I just literally grabbed my sister, and I was like, go. They all end up arguing between themselves or whatever, because I couldn't understand what they were saying, but I feel like they felt an interaction of one of them was what sparked me to get up and be like, run, kind of thing. So then,
so they were blaming them.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I
mean, I'll be honest, it was like...
they're saying you fucked it up, you prick.
Basically. Like, whatever they were saying.
And we were just saying, like, yo, man, was gonna beat that one there, old man.
Yeah, but then they beat each other, so yeah.
Smash each other up.
So that's the answer to that.
Okay, thank you. Next question is for you, Kim.
Okay, go for it.
Does keeping up your influencing at times feel draining? And what do you do to keep it from getting away from you?
I feel like if you do anything for an extended period of time, it's going to feel draining. Like, even if you love it, it's going to feel draining to a certain extent. But I feel like it's just really important that you want to catch yourself in that moment and just realize that taking a break is very human. You need to as well. Because, like, I feel like if I feel drained from making content or maybe sharing my opinions or whatever it may be, it's just a matter of me just stepping back and just actively just saying, okay, maybe I just need to take a day, maybe even a week of just making sure that my mental health is okay, because that in itself is a job in it. You can't do something like influencing or content creation with a bad mental health. It's really important that you keep that in check. So yeah, taking meaningful breaks periodically, that's what I would do to make sure that. So yeah.
Thank you very much. Next question's for you, Becca. Do you think when you have children, you'd introduce them into this lifestyle, or do you think it's an industry that should be for adults?
When I have children, I don't plan on having them involved in what I do, if that makes sense. So whilst they're children, no, they won't be featuring in campaigns. I won't be reaching out to children's clothing brands to try and get free stuff for my kids and that kind of thing. Personal opinion, some people do. And there's accounts that are just purely children, essentially. I wouldn't do that, but if they want to do it once they're an adult and they can make that decision, fully support them in it.
Okay, why?
Why would I support them in it?
No, why wouldn't you want them in the industry?
Just because I think when they're children, they can't make that judgment themselves whether they want to be in the public eye or not. So they should be able to be of an age where they can say, yeah, I want to do that. Yeah, okay, I'll come to this event with you, or yeah, I'll work on this brand collaboration with you. Great. Or just completely off their own back, that's fine. But when they're children, making them wear something from a certain brand and posing it for a picture that you can put out to a very public audience doesn't sit right with me personally. I follow a lot of accounts with really cute kids who do it, and I fully support them. It's just my preference. I feel like when I have children, I won't be doing that. I'd rather them make their own decisions when they're old enough.
Keep them away from it.
I mean, like,
I think like even as a parent, I'm not a parent, but going into that, it's hard to even control what kids do these days. Yeah? The parents can only go so far, but when I have children, I think the message is going to be, rather than saying you can't do this, you can do this, come into this industry, don't come into this industry, asking them why are you coming to, why would you want to do that, and making sure the reasons that they're doing it isn't for everybody else, it's for them and for the right reasons. That's I think that's what you can do as a parent.
Yeah,
rather
I don't
than
think they can go into it and say, oh, because I want to be famous.
No,
doesn't work like
I mean,
that.
like, I've got children, and most of you probably didn't even know that.
No, I didn't.
I don't publicise them because it should be their decision to be public. However, I am inclusive with them in what I'm doing. I wouldn't put them on social media. But example, they know where I'm at tonight. They're so excited. They've seen a little bit on YouTube. They're like, can we come? No, but if you want to do your own one when we get home, we can do that. Do you know what I mean? And then later on, if it's something they want to do, then I'll support them, whatever they want to do. But like you said, for the right reasons. Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's their choice. They're going to do what they want. But
Yeah.
as a parent, it's like you making sure that they're doing it for the right thing.
And in a safe way as well,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
like, you know, as children, they do want to do what they want and they are going to explore the world, you know, but it's to do it in a way where I can guide, because the more you say, no, it's like, you
Well,
know,
they're gonna do
taboos
it behind
everything.
your
It's
back.
more exciting, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you do it kind of under your wing,
Yeah.
then yeah.
Yeah, exactly. If they make that choice and you support them, that's one thing.
Yeah, you can
So-
let them explore the different
Yeah.
options and explain the consequences as well. That's another thing of what, like, certain
Yeah, and the
things,
risk
isn't it?
involved
Yeah.
and the kind of messages you might get.
Yeah.
Truth be told, we don't even know that in I don't know, 10 years, if that, this is even going to be an industry, because the way things are going with AI,
We're not going to exist.
things are going to like change very quickly, you know.
Yeah.
You can have some fire robots.
Yeah.
Well, it's a big thing already. Like, it's starting to come out now. Like,
I
AI
robots coming to
influencers
life,
and
isn't
stuff.
it?
Yeah,
Basically.
Yeah. I'm scared.
yeah, like it's true, man. It's scary though.
Yeah, we sell some AI pocket pussies.
We've got one somewhere.
It's somewhere around here.
I think someone stole
Mitch
it.
took that last week, didn't he?
What even is
God.
that?
I don't think you want to ask that question.
Sorry.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I've got one last question for the table. So this is for everybody. So what's one piece of advice, I'd like one piece of advice from everybody on the table on how we can utilize our influence and land brand deals and grow our business?
Shall I go first?
Yeah.
My advice would be to stay true to yourselves and be authentic in it. Don't bend what you do and how you act just to try and appease certain brands, because if the brands don't align with what you're doing, then you don't want to work with them anyway. You should be wanting to work with brands who you have the same goals, the same interests, and they agree with how you work already. Obviously, all brands have guidelines and they might say, okay, we need you to go in this direction, but don't bend what you do and who you are already just to try and fit that, because you'll do that for one brand and then you're absolutely nothing like what another brand wanted.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I think just prioritising the people that you want to work with and making sure, we say it a lot, just to make sure that your values are aligned and that you've got the same purpose, and then it's easy to work with them. And be transparent as well. Always be transparent.
100%.
Yeah.
It makes life a lot easier.
I feel like also, kind of to answer that question as well, I feel like people need to have the type of mentality that's kind of like fake it till you make it, but not in the toxic sense. To be able to post on Instagram or TikTok and just have the confidence to post consistently is something that I feel like brand deals and brands is what they would see to be ideal for someone that they want to work with. And I feel like it's really difficult as someone that's just starting out to really get over that fear, that initial fear of being able to post on their own page. It sounds ridiculous, but I know for a fact everybody has felt it at some point, especially if you're
It's like imposter syndrome.
it's
isn't it?
literally
Yeah.
imposter
Yeah.
syndrome, and it's like it's your own page. You should be able to post on it freely, but you know, just anxiety or whatever may have you. So, getting over that initial fear and just posting as if you already have the followers, the fans, or whatever you may have you, and you will attract it naturally anyway. So it's kind of you will literally attract what you desire, but you have to get over that fear. And like I always say, like when I started my talking videos, I would talk and I would get like 20 views. I wouldn't get that many views, but I'll just continue talking because that's something I would like to do anyway. You should be doing something that you actually have a passion for, and whether it's making talking videos, whether it's posting pictures, styling videos, whatever it may have you should be able to do that and not feel fearful that, because it's not getting the traction right now, I should stop. That should actually be the reason for you to go, because that traction will come eventually.
A lot of people like to make it perfect before they post, don't they?
No, exactly. And that's literally, you'll be your
Yeah.
own enemy if you do that.
Yeah.
Literally.
I think, essentially,
Yeah, a lot of
just never
people
be
are like that.
embarrassed about what you're posting.
Exactly.
If
Yeah.
you're posting what you want to post, don't be embarrassed by it.
Don't be embarrassed.
And I think being real now, that's like, it really is key. Now, like you said before, it was all about being perfect, but people really just want to see real. Like, you're outside for a minute, hello, I'm doing this is what I'm doing, this is what I got.
Yeah.
Boom. Like, yeah.
Yeah, look, for us, it's like authenticity. We've all got common sense. Yeah, brands have got common sense. They can see authentic. So the key message really behind it, in terms of answer your question, is stop trying to provoke opinion. Yeah, based on just for the sake of having an opinion. Really kind of educate based on your experience and use your voice really to send a true message, to have an impact through your platforms, through your influence. So just remove the kind of the fake shit Be real. Use your vulnerabilities, because brands will pick up on that, and brands will go, you know what, that aligns with what we're trying to do. You know, that person's actually got a voice. I want to work with that person, and that, rather than kind of selling it for the sake of it or for a payment or a check, be real, and that will get you a lot further than being what society wants you to be.
Be real.
Our biggest and best campaigns have been where we're all just being really open and honest and vulnerable and talking to the camera and explaining things.
Yeah.
They get the most traction.
We've won
People
7
relate to
awards. 7 awards based on being real, like contribution to social media, influencer marketing campaign of the year for cervical cancer. You know, real stuff, not about what something looks like on somebody or what they look like. It's about the stuff that actually hits home to a lot of people.
And I think that holds the retention as well, isn't it? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, if you're sticking to who you are and what your brand is and what you represent, then the same people that also have them same values, you're going to keep them coming back and like trusting what you do.
Yeah, and they're always
And
going to
then
be
obviously
interested.
then, you know, like whatever brand, like say you wanted to work with, if they see who your community is, like aligns with them, then, you know, it appeals.
Yeah.
Come on. Well, we got to change the narrative for being real, because we end up in jail. We end up in jail. Nah, I'm just joking. But move on to the deeds. Yeah, man. So you gave your biggest sin. You got to give your best deed now. So something that you've done for yourself or someone else that you're most proud of. Nice. Yeah. So we'll tie it up, yin with the yang. Nice. Biggest sin, best deed. Where are we going first, Lex?
We'll start with Beck.
No pressure then. Did you say it can be for myself or for other people?
Anyone, yeah.
I'd like to think I do a lot of good deeds for other people and stuff like that. I'm very empathetic and very kind, but I also feel like I'm very against people who like film themselves giving a sandwich to a homeless person on the street just for the traction online. But I do a lot of stuff for myself as well, because I think my mental health is very important and my happiness is important, and I quite often get commended on how brave I am in certain situations in life, whether it's leaving a relationship, leaving a job, whatever it might be. It's scary, but if it's in my best interest, I'll never purposely hurt anyone around me. But if something is in my best interest and it's going to benefit me and make my life better to take action, then I'll do it. And I've always been like that. So yeah, I think like cutting off people who don't bring value to your life anymore. Maybe they did for a long time. Maybe you were friends for a long time, but when you don't align anymore, when you're just at different phases in your life, and it could be that no one's done anything wrong, it's just that that's no longer a positive interaction for you. If it's negative or draining in any way, then I will politely cut ties with people to preserve my happiness and my mental health so that I can grow and be better, because I can't be a better person if I'm sticking myself down exactly where I am with the people that I'm with.
Yeah.
100%.
So I'd say that's mine.
Nice.
Yeah.
I feel like I want to, in similarity with that, I feel like, I like to assume that I do really nice things to good people every single day, but I feel like 2023 specifically has been the year where I've really had to look at myself and really have a self-reflection. I feel like this year is the year I've had the most self-reflection, and I feel like it's my good deed, in a sense, has been how I now interact with people. I feel like before, not that I was a crazy bitch that could never could not interact with other people, but I feel like before I would have maybe not as much patience. I feel like patience is a very specific quality that people overlook because they feel like, oh, just having patience with the boss or whatever it may have you, but having patience with people and understanding that the world is very much black. It's not black and white, it's very much grey. And having patience to understand that people will mess up, the people that you love will probably mess up, and having to have that patience to not immediately want to jump at them or, things like that. It's just a really important quality that I feel like I've had to develop this year. So I feel like my good deed would be having the patience with a lot of people in my circle, outside my circle, because I feel like the previous me, I would definitely blame them or maybe put things on them or force my emotions on them, which it would not be justified in that situation. So I feel like patience has definitely been a really important thing for me this year.
So you need to relax yourself.
Yeah, I need to just take a chill pill, basically. Yeah.
All right, then Sabrina.
For me, I don't believe in talking about like the good deeds that you do. I feel like it's undone when you talk about it. So I'll probably go on the similar aspect of you guys, I guess my good deed and why I'd want to say it, because I'd want people to like behave the same way, is I don't know, I just like teach people to be delusional. Like, you can be whoever you want to be, you can do whatever you want to do, and I guess
Teach people to lie.
yeah, exactly. But I mean, yeah, lie in the mirror. I'm gonna be a millionaire tomorrow. Here I
Fake it till you
am.
make
Exactly.
it.
You need to.
Yeah,
You need
exactly. So yeah, I think that's my good deed. Just like letting people feel seen and like believe in themselves.
Mr. Sin.
My good deed for my background's always about growing people. Yeah, my degree is about growing people. I do motivational speaking. It's about giving people an opportunity to develop and grow as people. My good deed is by, some people don't see it as a good deed. Some people see it as, oh, that's a bit heavy. Yeah. My good deed is not telling people what they want to hear. Yeah. Telling them people what they need to know
I
to
think it's the
get
best
better.
love you can give to people. Yeah.
People come to a management agency thinking they're in for a free ride. They're here for opportunity. I'm going to grow because I look a certain way. I act a certain way. Nah. If you don't deliver, you're not going to grow. And my job is to make you grow. So I will tell you what you need to hear to grow. That might be, is shit, do better. Some people might go, that's heavy. I say, nah, you come to a management agency to get better. If I say to you, that's great, keep on doing it, you're not going to grow. So sometimes hearing people, being real with people on that level, that's my good deed. So make sure they understand areas that they can improve on. They might not agree with it, they might not accept it, but if you want to grow, obviously use my knowledge, use the experience of the team around you to get better. Accept criticism, feedback, because that is, I'm not doing it to hurt you. I'm here to support you, to get you to a level where you can compete. So my good deed, some people might not agree with it, is to actually be real and tell them the truth.
Yeah, man, that's a good deed, man. I know a lot of people rather tell people it's good rather than be honest.
Yeah, I'm like that. I
There's
think
a
you
lot.
counteract me in that sense because I'm a people pleaser.
Yeah,
But
there's a lot of
You do
people
well
like
'cause
that.
you tell
But
them
in the long
straight.
run, that's not helping them.
No, I know.
No, yeah.
That's why I get
Yeah.
you to tell them straight.
That's what I say. That's what I tell people, man. But yeah, man, got a lot of information. Think I'm going to turn into an influencer.
Go for it.
Think I'm going to be an influencer tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm going to sell some water.
You're doing well with your brands though, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Come on.
Shit. Oh, yeah, I'm an influencer already. So.
And the aesthetics and stuff as well.
Yeah, man.
You're halfway there already. literally.
Yeah.
Halfway.
Halfway?
Not even
Oh,
halfway yet.
Oh, well, shit, halfway.
Okay.
I'm joking. Yeah, man, but thanks for coming on Sintillate.
Thanks for having us.
You lot have all been very informative. It's been a good show. It's been different. You get what I'm saying? I can already see the comments already. Yeah, man, finally, some people have got something to say. You get what I'm saying? That's how our audience works.
I can imagine.
You get what I'm saying? But yeah, thanks for coming. It's been a good show.
Thanks for having us.
I've been Sinner Speed.
Sintillate.
And what else?
Oh my god, my earrings are digging in.